Webheads, happy new comic book day. That's right, guys. I'm about to pull into the comic book shop and pick up those comic books. I think it's a pretty heavy week. I can't wait to see what I actually get this week. And there's a new little feature here on the comic book haul. So stay tuned for that, guys. Talk to you in a minute. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you Spider Slayer's comic book haul. Fans, this is episode 434, and this is the video series where each and every week on the most exciting day of the week, New Comic Book Day, is where I show you what I picked up at the comic book store, which is Comic Central. So thank you, Comic Central, for providing the service each week and providing me all these great comic books. That's right, guys. So this week is a huge week when it came for comic books. Probably the biggest week since COVID had started, right? So it is almost an overwhelming amount of comic books. So guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into this haul. Here we go. The mysterious black bag. You know what's inside the mysterious black bag? Well, you should not be not surprised because this week there's so many. There's another mysterious black bag. And inside that one is finally the comic books because that's how big of a week we actually have. Look at all those books, guys. Holy cow. So let's get started with this week's haul. I'm going to stick them right here, and we're going to start somewhere here. All right? Gotta get ready. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is Boom Studios. Something is Killing the Children. This is book 9. Just caught up on issues 6, 7, and 8 when it came to this series, and it is some good stuff here. Something Killing the Children is just awesome. All kinds of things going on with Erica Slaughter and these crazy monsters and everything else. But here's that interior artwork. I love our main character. I love her one green eye that you see all the time. Again, it gets you kind of just like that mysterious vibe about her. And it looks like in this issue, maybe we're just having some flashbacks about her, maybe when she was younger. And that's what I want from this series. I want Tinian to explore our main character just a little bit more so we get that character development besides the book battling some monsters that only children see and selective amount of adults that see it, right? So this is Something is Killing the Children. This is issue 9. All right, so let's move forward. Let's talk about the Resistance. This is issue 4. Last issue was kind of cool because we got to see how the heroes are being distributed in this new Earth. They kind of register and they just do like good deeds for people. They like make appearances. They're an inspiration for kids. They're like mascots and they're under contracts and they got paid. And you saw one guy that doesn't want to do that. He actually wants to make a difference in the world. And I thought that was kind of cool. So you got to see like how the superhero game is playing, in the government here. So we'll see what this issue has to deal with. Again, this is going to tie into a larger universe as time goes along. Deodato Jr. is the artwork in this book. And I think it's done pretty well if you like his artwork. My only gripe about AWA Studios books is their books tend to be a little bit too dark and you forget about what the characters look like in here. But nevertheless, great story. Resistance. This is issue 4 out of 6. All right, next we have issue 5 of Empire. Me and my son Braden are actually covering this entire event. So if you want to see a review on this book and where we stand in the Empire events, maybe you didn't buy it or you didn't want to invest in it, but you still want to know what's going on, check out that video. It'll be up either Thursday or Friday. So Empire is interesting. We got She-Hulk in the mix. We got Captain Marvel that's in the mix in here. We get the Katati trying to invade Wakanda, trying to get the soil to take over the entire galaxy. There's a lot of stuff going on here. We get Hulkland trying to be that emperor, trying to do the right thing. But again, here in this issue, we get to see She-Hulk, who is like a freaking plant right now, doing battle against the Thing. What's going to happen going forward when it comes to the Thing? What's going to happen going forward when it comes to Jennifer Walters? I don't know. I'm continuing to read it. We'll see what happens with Empire issue 5. All right, Webheads, next one we're going to be talking about is a book that was on the fence for me. I haven't been enjoying it as much as of late, but hopefully this turns it around, because this is X-Force. This is issue 11, as we get to see Colossus doing battle against Omega Red. That looks like it could be a pretty badass battle here, and maybe this series will pick up once again. Artwork looks to be a little bit better, maybe in this issue as well. Maybe I'm just tired of dealing with plants, because that's all I tend to see is freaking plants in every single Marvel story these days. All the X titles, we got to see Empire dealing with plants. I'm like, what's going on with plants this year? It's like the thing to be. So here we got more stuff going on in there. Pretty cool artwork. Curious to see where the story goes. Again, if there's a villain that's going to bring it back for me, it's Omega Red. All right. Next, we have Stealth issue 4. Great book by Image Comics. This is done by Mike Costa, about a superhero who's dealing with Alzheimer's disease. Really great stuff. His son is trying to help out his father, trying to see what's going on. How can he help him? What's the stories of this secret? Maybe a cure for his father's Alzheimer's. We get to see the big bad guy by the name of Dead Hand in the last issue. He like can read people's thoughts and make people scared by the touch of his hand, and it's a good book. I like it, and I can honestly, and I've said this before, this being a volume 2 where the son takes over his father's legacy, I could actually see that. But great book, great read, definitely recommend it. This is issue 4 of Stealth. All right, guys, we got a new feature right here on the Haul each week. I'm going to share with you some of the Facebook group members' haul, and guys, we're going to be sharing with here with Corey Miller. He says, happy new comic book day. Enjoy those reads. He's got a round table full of comics that he picked up. You get to see some of the Middleton variant there for Death Metal. We get to see Art Germ variant for Death Metal, Justice League, Darth Vader. Great haul there, Corey. Next, we have Griffin Ferrari, who has this week's haul. I think I need a bigger table. He has an overwhelming amount of books there, right there on the table. I see he's got both copies of Venom there. We got some Spider-Man. We got Empire. We got Darth Vader. Just all kinds of great comics there. And then last but not least, what I'm sharing with you guys this week is Kane Carnage, who has... I am a huge Terminator fan, so I couldn't pass this one up. And he's got his Terminator, I think, issue 2, where you got Arnold Schwarzenegger on there with his bike. He's all beat up, got that half cyborg face going. Yes, it's pretty awesome. And if you guys want to become part of the Facebook group page, all you got to do is go on to Comic Book Corner 2.0, Webheads Unite. You guys can share your hauls on there, share your collection of comics on there, and you might get shout out on the haul each and every week. I'll leave the link in the descriptions box below, and let's get back to the haul, guys. So moving on, talking about Death Metal, I got Dark Knight's Death Metal. This is issue 3. I got the Art Germ variant. I almost picked up that Flash one. That one looked pretty cool, but I could not pass Art Germ Supergirl. I thought this one is awesome. Just the great details there when it comes to her costume, and she's just literally on fire. Love the hair blowing in the wind. Great stuff there. Death Metal, obviously, is something that does not disappoint. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in here. Here we got more stuff from the Robin King that's in there, who was all the hype last week. He's right here in this page there too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this issue has to offer. Great stuff, great story. Pick it up, guys. All right, so next we have Venom issue 27. What's going to happen in Venom issue 27? I don't know, but we got to see an appearance of Virus in the last issue. Obviously, this is all leading up to the King in Black. Here it looks like we're going to get more Virus in this issue as well. I am so excited about this. Donny Cates is just hitting it out of the park. We get a different artist on this particular book, which is okay, but nevertheless, sometimes that artwork could be overlooked when you have that great story. So this is Venom issue 27. Next, we have Darth Vader. This is issue 4, written by Greg Pak. The whole thing in the last issue was a setup from Padme's handmaiden, and she wants to destroy Darth Vader. And it looks like there was this sea creature that was going after Darth Vader, and it looks like obviously he's going to escape. I mean, you knew that because this takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and we know that Darth Vader doesn't die until after Return of the Jedi, so you know he's going to be safe, so there's no spoiler there. But again, how the story progresses and how things take shape in between that timeline is what makes this book so interesting, just like the Star Wars book. So again, guys, this is issue 4. All right, next we have from Boom Studios, new Tom Taylor book. So if you guys are a fan of Deceased and you're a fan of Tom Taylor, who also writes Suicide Squad, Injustice, you might like this because this is his creator-owned book, 7 Secrets. 7 briefcases, got 7 secrets. What's inside these briefcases, we don't know. But here's some of the interior art. If you guys look at artwork, of course, to make you, help make a decision on a comic on what to buy. But this is something I might recommend even before actually reading. Again, especially if you're a fan of Tom Taylor. So there you go. 7 Secrets. This is issue 1. All right, we're going to keep going with this haul that just never ends. This is The Red Mother, book 7. Guys, buy the freaking trade when it comes to this. It's so good. It's such an edge of your seat reading style. It's like a puzzle when you're reading this book. You don't know what's going to happen in this book. Look, it opens up with 2 red pages. Are you seeing red just like the Red Mother does? Maybe you are, maybe you're not, I don't know. But we get to see our main character, Daisy, always suffering from what she sees is red because her boyfriend got killed in a mugging. She's moved to across the country or whatever to the UK, and she got this new job, but there's people protecting her that call her the Red Mother. What is this book about, man? It just keeps going and going. You always have more questions than answers. It's such a good read, though. Definitely check it out, guys. Red Mother, one of my favorite independent comics of the year. All right, next. Marauders issue 11, it's back. Are we going to get the answer of what's going on with Kitty Pryde? Is she dead? Is she alive? Is she going to come back? Is she a mutant? Is she not a mutant? Is she a human? Is she, whoever, But it looks like they're having a funeral for her. So maybe they gave up on her, like resurrecting on her and whatever. Looks like a very emotional book. Emma Frost might be taking it hard and whatnot, but this was one of my more favorite books when it comes to the X-Men. So hopefully it doesn't miss a beat here since we haven't seen an issue in a long time. Looking forward to it. Marauders issue 11. All right. Continuing on, we have the Immortal Hulk. This is issue 36. Last issue, guys, spoiler, we wound up seeing the Immortal Hulk blow up because Rick Jones, which I think is the leader, or disguising himself as the leader, he blew up all over the place and wanted to create a public scene and create mass hysteria amongst the public to make sure that people are afraid of the Hulk. Here we get some action. We get our regular artist that's on the book as well. I think this story arc is going to lead into the final issue of Immortal Hulk, which takes place in October, I think, of next year, which is issue 50. So here's some more stuff in here. Looks like a lot of battle scenes in this issue. And did you see that shit? I hate spoiling some stuff, but look at that. Oh my God. That's what I love about Immortal Hulk. It's so gross. It's such a Marvel horror book. That's what I love about it. All right, next. Devil's Highway, issue 2 of 5. About a woman whose family member wound up getting killed, if I remember correctly. And she's traveling with truckers to go undercover. And some guy had some tattoo. That person that was killed had a tattoo. I don't know if it was her dad. I don't remember. It's been a little while since this came out. I'm sure once I read it, I'll find out more. I think she is a detective, and she's taking her own her own dad's murder case. So I think that's quite interesting story there as well. Again, another AWA book. The artwork seems pretty good on this one, not as dark as some of the others, but check out this redness in there, red and black. Very dark, and I like that. That's great stuff. Devil's Highway, 2 of 5. We'll see if it continues to be great. All right. Continuing on with the Empire train, we got Empire, Captain Marvel. This is issue 19. Hulkling, Captain Marvel, the other person on there. I don't know if that was her half-sister. I don't remember. But that's what we're dealing with here. And Captain Marvel kind of takes off, and she goes back to her, it looks like her apartment. Yeah, and she has her half-sister, I think. And she's checking out the cat. I love this book right now because it's given a new status quo for Captain Marvel. Makes her the accuser. She's come across a long-lost relative. To get that attention, she basically destroyed a planet. I think it's awesome, man. I think the artwork is really, really well done. And I think Kelly Thompson's doing a nice job with this book. One of the better Captain Marvel titles I have read in quite some time. So, Webheads, this is issue 19. All right. Continuing on. Whew. I'm tired. Woo. Big Girls. This is issue 1 by Jason Howard. Check out the back of that. What is Big Girls about? I don't even know. I just picked it up because it's a new Image book. I saw a preview for it. I like the interior artwork. Again, one of those books that I said, all right, I'll put it on my pull list because you never know what Image titles are going to hit, which ones might miss. And this one looked like it could be a lot of fun. So I don't know. We'll see what it's about. Big Girls, issue 1, new Image book, Jason Howard. If you're interested, pick it up. All right, next. Amazing Spider-Man, issue 46, right? If you go by legacy numbering, we're at issue 847. We got the Sins Rising whole situation. We get to see the Sin Eater get under Peter's skin. He can't stand how he acts, how he doesn't care, how he doesn't have a heart. He'll just basically kill everybody. Really dark comic book. Something that we haven't seen from the character in a little while is the darkness of it. Again, this eventually leads into more Kindred stuff. I want this to move along. I want this to be good, but I need the revelation of Kindred very soon. If we don't get it soon, I'm going to be getting quite angry at this point because we're over almost 50 issues in. But I think at issue 50 is when we're going to get that. Good artwork, though. But where the hell is Ryan Otley? Why was he even advertised on this title if he's never going to draw inside of it? So this is issue 46. Next, issue 760 of Wonder Woman. New jumping on point was for 759. Really, really great jumping on point. Tamaki does this book, and I thought it was great. The artwork is really well done. I love the way Wonder Woman is drawn in here. Makes her like a warrior, like she is an Amazon. I love the facial expressions. The blue eyes really brings the characters to life, and that's what I love here. It's got the soft color tones in there, too. It's not really edgy or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to this run. I'm hoping that Tamaki will be on it for quite a long time, and we'll see what happens with the plot. So Wonder Woman issue 760. Webheads, let's keep moving. We got Detective Comics issue 1025. Wound up getting the variant cover for this one. It's just too badass to pass up. It's such a realistic Batman. He's like, I'm Batman, and I'm gonna kick your ass. So that's how he is there. And this continues the whole Joker War story. It's got Batwoman in there. And what's going for Detective as well is just that gritty artwork. It really fits the Batman storyline. You know, you got all the toys in there as well. Great stuff, man. Look at that. Look at that Bat tank. How does Bruce Wayne have that right now when Joker has all his stuff? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all ties in. Again, issue 1025. And we got the variant cover. All right. I got that foil cover of Death Metal as well. So whenever there's one, there's another. So that one is a really nice cover as well. So one's going to be the reading, one will be the variant. Love those foil, man. God, it's so awesome. And then when it comes to another book that I picked up, and I had no idea this was oversized. But this is Hendra, issue 1. This is a book about someone where Earth gets totally destroyed, I think by nukes or whatever it is. This person is trying to find new life in other planets, in another universe. And this book is just like a pure magazine. I think, the paper could be different, but look at this. It's like Dodato's artwork. Oh, wow, this is weird, dude. This is weird shit. There's no dialogue in it. I guess there can't be because it's only one human. Who's the person going to talk to? What is going on in this book? It's a silent issue. This will be interesting. And I don't know if it continues going forward, but I wanted to check it out and see what it is because, again, it's about an astronaut trying to find new life. Maybe human life can go on. So we'll see what happens with Hendra, issue 1. All right. And then I wound up getting a variant copy of Venom issue 27 because these days you never know which freaking cover might be worth something when it comes to Venom. But this one doesn't look like it could be because it's just got Venom on there and that's about it. But at least I got 2 copies, one to read, one to keep. And then last but not least, you guys are going to laugh at me about this. I think I've read parts of this book, but I've never read the whole thing all in one sitting because I've never owned a copy. But this is Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. I don't own a copy of this. Isn't that crazy? So at my shop, they had a copy used for $5.99, and I feel like I'm going to read this in an entirety. And I think I'm going to have my son read it too, because I feel like if there's a good story that my son needs to read from Batman, is that he must read this, because this is like one of those things that you have to read as a comic reader, right? So there you have it, $5.99, picking it up, going to read it for the first time, and I couldn't tell you how long. So guys, there you have it. There is the long-ass, huge-ass haul of the week. Guys, hopefully you liked it, and if you want to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell, and do all that stuff. Join the Facebook group page, and until next time, this is Mike Spider Slayer leaving you more content right here. Have a great comic book week, guys. Enjoy that reading, and I'll see you real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.